if any of you ever saw a rock fight, or you didn't see a rock fight, you saw one tonight. I'm not sure either coach was happy with their performance in the first half. I know I wasn't happy with the 9 turnovers. I give, a lot of the credit to them. I give some of the blame to us. But the second half, I hate to say it because I thought Kevin did a phenomenal job. He got him back in the game. We made a couple of bonehead plays, but I felt we deserved to win the game. I don't think it was a lucky shot at the end. I thought we played inspired basketball, good defensively, we moved the ball. We got Jace Richardson going, and give Kevin credit. Then they went back to the zone and took him out of it a little bit. Then he started cramping up, so we had to get him in and out. And all in all, ugly game. But, for us, a pretty win's better than an ugly loss. And it was an ugly game because both teams played so hard. And those kids play hard, too, boy, that he's got. And he's done a hell of a job where he came from last year to this year. And I don't even know what to say about my team. We're gritty. We keep on fighting. And yet we got to get better offensively in some areas if we're going to really make some noise.
Tom, you mentioned last week in Ann Arbor that it was one of the weirdest or most unique 7-day stretches of your career. How does this add to that? And have you ever seen a shot like that go down for one of your players with so much at stake?
If you remember, I think it was 4 years ago when we came here with Cassius, he hit one at the halftime, right? So I have seen it before. But, every day at home, night before a game, that last practice, we have the guys go around and everybody gets a shot at a half-court shot. In the last 2 games, Trey has made 2 of them. He's made 1 each game. Each guy gets 1 shot. And, I thought that thing was in when it left. I really did. But should we have been in that spot? No. They deserve credit for coming back. But, I think they scored 7 baskets or 7 points all at the free throw line because we were fouling them. Ridiculous. But how about for the 17th time we had all 10 players score? That's unbelievable, And so credit goes to the staff and assistants and those players. They hung in there. Jeremy did some things they didn't like. Trey did some things they didn't like. Nobody pouted. Nobody hung their head. Body language was good. Jeremy hits a big 3. Trey hits a bigger 3, and we win the game.
Tom, in another world where that shot doesn't fall, we might be sitting here talking about the turnover in the last minute for Trey. What does it say about him and maybe his mental resilience, the fact that he can hit that shot after a play like that?
Yeah, he turned it over, then fouled the guy, So, I would have probably, I don't know what I would have said to him. Probably wouldn't have been anything good. It's just the way it was. He's a veteran. He shouldn't have made the turnover. He knows it. What I liked in the first half, he didn't play very well. And at halftime, he took ownership of it. That's what I'm starting to get more of. I'm starting to get guys taking ownership instead of blaming somebody else. Take ownership. And, Jace did an unbelievable job there in a couple of those stretches. And then at the end, he was cramping up a lot and just couldn't go. And it cost us 1 bucket. And that was my fault because I didn't hear him say I'm cramping up. But his performance was unbelievable, too. And defensively, those guards are really good. I don't know what they ended up with, but they're really good. I guess Rice did have 20, man, and they're hard to stop. Gillespie, 15. Our bigs did a pretty good job on their bigs, and that was maybe the difference in the game.
You mentioned coming in about how well they shot the 3. You held them 4 for 20. You talk about the job you did defensively. Talk about what you did around the arc. And then the 3 threes that you got before the one that Trey hit all seemed to come with Jaden, and I think Booker had one in there. They all seem to come at pivotal moments when you're trying to push it a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, Jaden had a struggling game. Made a huge 3. In all honesty, Jeremy struggled there for a while. Hit a monster 3. And Trey struggled early, then he played really good, and then he struggled late. Hit a monster 3, We sure as hell don't make a lot of them. The ones we make count. And that one counted.
Tom, they maybe didn't shoot it as well as they have, but how difficult are they to prepare for just with the three kids who can knock it down and then the two bigs?
I mean, I said it, and I'll still say it. I think that's the best starting five. I think they're very difficult to guard because of what you said. If you come up on those guards, they got the short roll for those guys that they're very good at. Thought we did a decent job on that. We did a decent job coming up on the ball screens. A couple times we screwed that up, but that is a difficult team to prepare for, because they can beat you in different ways. And then if you get by the defense, they can beat you with their press and turning you over. And I thought we did a decent job. I don't know what points off turnovers ended up. 8-8, which isn't bad, but we turned it over more than them that first half, and we did a decent job getting back on that and not letting those turnovers become three-point shots.
Tom, you talk often about like player-led teams and all that stuff, and with this particular group, it seems you can see when there is a mistake made, they jump on each other very quickly. Like Fiddler might have missed a coverage, and before he landed on the shot, after on the other end, his teammates were all like. I'm wondering if you noticed that, and how much is that what's driving the ability to win on the road and win in these settings over the last week?
I actually love that. That's my favorite part. Hold players accountable. That's the favorite part. Now you got to watch how you do it. One or two times I said in the huddle, it's my job to get on you. You guys tell them, but stay with them. And for the most part, I thought we did. And I just saw no head hanging, pulled guys out, put them in. I mean, Jaden had some great shots and just didn't make them. We missed some layups, didn't make them. I'm sure they did too, but I still say that to beat a team as good as they are, and I do think they're really good. I mean, they could win the Big Ten tournament like that. To do it at their place, and by the way, the place was magnificent. It was hopping. I give my team a lot of credit.
Tom, and it's hard to get the message in when there's not that much time left, but were you trying to get a timeout at all, like before the half-court shot, or just kind of letting it?
No, not with the half-court shot. I wasn't. I was trying to get a timeout. I wanted to get a timeout when he turned it over. I just thought we'd bring it up. I'd get a timeout. And so, he made a mistake. I probably made a mistake,
The little things that you guys needed to do on the board, I think 10 out of second chance points, bench outscored them 23-0, which they obviously don't have it, but 28-16 in the paint. How much of that was the game plan to kind of go at them inside early and often?
Well, it was a game plan because we're not as good as they are in there. But Shimon did an unbelievable job. Get 9 rebounds in the way he played. We had Jackson in foul trouble the whole time. And we did want to go at him, and we did say our strength in numbers has to be the reason, because 5 against 5, they win. And I guess 5 against 10, we won. But, it's been the battle cry to be different and have strength in numbers all year. And tonight was a night when it really benefited us.
Tom, I think season low point total, season worst field goal percentage. Is it kind of fitting that the toughest shot of the game is the one that goes in to win it for you guys on a tough shooting night where layups aren't even falling?
Even you can't make me upset about those season lows. I really could care less about the season lows. Sports is funny. The column on the left, if there's a check on it, or the column on the right, it depends on what you did. I don't mind some of the shots we got. I didn't think I thought they did a great job. They go zone, man. They're in zone, and then they go man halfway through. They're pressing, and then they come back. I mean, I thought that would be the most difficult thing we had to face. It was. And thank God our defense lived up to it, because our offense, as I said, it was a rock fight, and yet I thought we missed some layups. I thought we missed some shots in there. I thought Jaden missed a couple of wide open ones, but it really doesn't matter.
Coach, obviously, resiliency, a big theme of tonight, but I wanted to ask in terms of just the moment and the crowd, like you talked about, this was probably the most anticipated game in Maryland for a couple of years. Your team kind of went through ups and valleys. Where did you think that they showed the most resiliency? Was it down the stretch, or was it after half when you go in 28 minutes without a three? Like, where do you think the resiliency most showed up?
I thought in the start of the second half, they went up by a few, and then we came back, and in the huddles, like we felt we could, if we just make some shots and we handle some things, some of those ball screens, we didn't do as good a job of setting them. They were switching four. We were going up there with our four-man. They were just switching it. And once we got a little bit of a lead, 4-6, I felt like they were saying in the huddle, we can win this game, and I think that was important. We get up, it was the most 8 or 9? 9, and then, boy, give Maryland credit, they came at us, and we just kept fouling. And they made 7 of those free throws, and they made some clutch free throws. Gillespie's tough. He made some too, so I don't know where our resiliency is. I know this, you'd like our team, we got good guys, but you'd like the fact they really pulled together, and I just thought that they helped each other out throughout that game. If guard got beat, Shaman did some decent things inside. We were switching a lot too. We just kind of did our job, and that was a big win. You're right. This place was electric. I mean, I haven't been here a million times. I was here with Cassius. I think this time it was better. And boy, if they do that for him, he's going to have a hell of a program here, because tough place to play. That end zone is elite. And this team's going to win a lot of games yet. Trust me, they're going to win a lot of games. We did a decent job on their bigs, and I think sometimes their bigs didn't do as good a job as they could have done, because I don't know if we could have covered them. We got in foul trouble, but those guys are good players, man, and they're going to have some wins ahead of them, so.